Territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their 5th-year quarterback, 2-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for James Conner. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 19 carries, 92 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Murray now to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Murray going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. On 2nd down, here's Murray.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
When a linebacker diagnoses a screen, who wins? The quarterback getting a throw over to the back in time, or the linebacker running in to knock it away? With the athleticism of modern linebackers, they win the race more often than not.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting.
There he goes, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray a give. This is Connor. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Quick slant to Brown. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. They run behind center with Connor. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Murray. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage.
CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
And now they're going to fake it. And his throw is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second down, Murray sets to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Murray.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Here's Murray.
Goes right back to McBride.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Throwing again, Murray. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down. To throw, it's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Flushed out right. Oh, nice move. Fighting through, and he's got space. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
But first down hurts.
He'll buy some time right.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one A little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And Greg Dortch now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 9. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Murray now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up second down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. From the gun, Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Oh, good move. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
36 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Already, it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. They're going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the back.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Murray now on 1st down.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll drop to throw. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They'll look to throw again. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Murray. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Taken from just outside the 30.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their progress.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Got a man open. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Throwing is Hurts.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed?
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Campbell. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Jones looking to throw on second down.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Short throw, going to be caught by Waller.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go. Hey, go Cooper! Go Cooper! Go Cooper! Flash it!
Looking to throw. Jones.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dallas Goedert with career touchdown number 60.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Gano out to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
Flush to his right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Escaping the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts flushed out right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incomplete.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to...
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just a 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, with the size of lead that this offense had.